Welcome to this presentation of the results Bombardier as use case provider together with our partners have achieved in the Testomat project. My name is Ola Selin and I have worked as a project leader for the Bombardier team. First, a short overview of Bombardier Transportation. We are a global player in the railway domain with a European base. In Europe, we have around 67% of our total yearly revenue. Bombardier Transportation's yearly revenues is around $7 billion. Our global headquarters is in Berlin, and we are around 40,000 employees and have a market presence in more than 60 countries. Bombardier Transportation Sweden is a formal partner in Testomat project. We are well integrated in a global Bombardier Transportation. The total number of employees in Bombardier in Sweden is around 1,700, and Bombardier in Sweden is a leading development and production site for electrical drive lines for trains in Västerås, control systems, TCMS in Västerås, and signaling systems on board and wayside in Stockholm. Here is a Bombardier core team in Testomat project. It consists of myself as a project leader and Marcus Einarsson, Athanasios Stratis and Thorvaldur Jochumsson as project members. Main challenges and collaborations. We collaborated mainly with RISE 6 and MDH in the work packages test, prioritization, and testing for quality standards. But we collaborated also with other project partners. Main areas of activities were, and the first area is test prioritization. There we investigated what test prioritization strategies to use. Specific focus was given to investigate how to decide test case dependencies given the dependencies between requirements. More on this are in the next slide. The second area, investigating safety functions and modeling techniques. The objective was to find an efficient way to automate the demand response time, DRT, and the fault detection and reaction time, FDRT, analysis for functions classified as safe. We investigated if a modeling technique can be used. Today's manually done analyze work is very time consuming to do and to maintain. The third area is to develop methods for efficient variability and configuration testing in the DevOps and continuous integration context. We developed a virtual environment for a complex project containing different variants and configurations. This virtual environment is used for fast automatic shifts between variants and configurations to enable efficient regression testing. We also investigated how to optimize and automate tests of different train configurations. The results are documented by our partners MDH and RISE 6 in specific Testomat project videos that can be seen on YouTube. Bombardier success story. I have chosen test prioritization as our success story in Testomat project. We have in each project thousands of requirements that has to be covered by tests. There are lots of requirement dependencies. If you don't manage to map the dependencies of the testing correct testing efficiency, we suffer. In collaboration with RISE and MDH, we investigated what test prioritization strategies should be applied and what tool support that could be developed and tested as prototypes. 2 prototype tools were developed by RISE and MDH. SBRET, a tool to predict execution time. Sort tests, a tool to analyze and document requirement dependencies, and as a consequence also test dependencies. 3 different train projects were analyzed. It was one metro train, C30, one commuter train, PR490, and one very high-speed train called Zephyro. The results from using especially the sort test tool were very convincing. 40% of testing failures can be avoided using sort test. Main reason for the result is that the test cases are run in the right order. Basic functions are tested first, depending functions are tested later. 40% less time for troubleshooting is needed. This is a consequence of the first point. Less failures means less troubleshooting. 9.6% increase in requirement coverage after 3 execution cycles. Fewer failures lead to higher percentage of test cases that are run with a pass result. Achievements. 20 achievements are completed. Disseminations are 9. It contains of publications, videos, and conference contributions. Human capital are also 9, containing academic exams and hiring for projects. Tool evaluated are 2. The tools were used in the test prioritization experiments. Market and exploitation plan. Bombardier is a use case provider in Testomat project, as mentioned before. Our short-term exploitation of Testomat project results are: first, utilize the test automation advancement to increase efficiency and further raise the quality of our delivered products. Especially exploit the results from sort test experiments. Second is to use our abilities to increase the number of discovered serious faults. Finding serious faults late or even after final delivery to the customer is normally very costly, especially if the contracts contains considerable penalties when operation with passenger is affected. The long-term exploitation of Testomat project results is that the TCMS division has a strategy to influence globally how Bombardier Transportation in general conducts test automation activities. Our objective is to support the organization to set the standards and guidelines on how test automation should be done to optimize the time used for quality assurance and safety assessment of our projects and products.